2,500 years ago, the Buddha made a radical claim: the self is an illusion. For centuries, this seemed like mystical nonsense to the Western mind. But now, cutting-edge neuroscience is proving he was right. Your brain is constantly constructing and reconstructing your sense of self, moment by moment, like a movie projector creating the illusion of motion from still frames. The you that existed 5 minutes ago, gone. The you that will exist in 5 minutes, not yet created. There is only this moment, this construction, this beautiful illusion of continuity. And understanding this doesn't destroy your sense of self, it liberates it. Let me start with something that might blow your mind. Right now, as you're watching this video, your brain is working overtime to convince you that there's a solid, unchanging you experiencing this moment. But neuroscience tells us a different story. Dr. Antonio Damasio's groundbreaking research shows us that what we call self is actually a collection of neural processes happening in real time. Your brain takes sensory input, memories, emotions, and thoughts, then weaves them together into a coherent narrative. It's like having a master storyteller in your head, constantly editing and updating your personal movie. Think about it this way: every cell in your body replaces itself over time. The physical you from 7 years ago literally doesn't exist anymore, yet you feel like the same person. That's because your brain maintains the illusion of continuity through what neuroscientists call the narrative self. But here's where it gets fascinating. This process isn't perfect. Have you ever had the experience of looking at an old photo and thinking, was that really me? That moment of disconnection? That's your brain struggling to maintain the illusion across time. Now let's talk about why your brain is so obsessed with creating this sense of self. There's a network in your brain called the default mode network, or DMN. When you're not focused on a specific task, this network kicks in and starts, well, thinking about you. The DMN is like that friend who can't stop talking about themselves. It's constantly generating thoughts about your past, your future, your relationships, your problems. What did they mean when they said that? What should I do tomorrow? Why did I embarrass myself 5 years ago? Sound familiar? Here's the thing. This network evolved for good reasons. It helps us plan, learn from mistakes, and navigate social situations. But in our modern world, it's become hyperactive. We're literally addicted to thinking about ourselves. Studies using brain imaging show that when people meditate and report feeling selfless or one with everything, the default mode network actually quiets down. It's as if the brain's self-construction machinery temporarily goes offline, and what remains is pure awareness without the constant chatter of me, me, me. If this is making you question everything you thought you knew about yourself, you're not alone. This is exactly the kind of mind-expanding content we explore here regularly. Hit that subscribe button if you want to keep diving deep into the mysteries of consciousness and human psychology. Trust me, we're just getting started. Let me show you how this illusion works in real time with a simple experiment. Close your eyes for a moment and try to find the you that's having thoughts. Where is the thinker of your thoughts? You might notice something strange. You can observe thoughts arising, but you can't actually locate a solid thinker. It's like trying to bite your own teeth. The observer and the observed seem to collapse into each other. This is what neuroscientist Sam Harris calls the illusion of the self. There are thoughts, sensations, and experiences, but no central command center, no CEO of consciousness running the show. Your brain just makes it feel like there is. Consider this when you're completely absorbed in an activity, playing music, having great sex, or in deep conversation. Where does the self go? In those moments, there's experience happening, but no sense of a separate you having the experience. The self temporarily dissolves, and paradoxically, these are often our most fulfilling moments. This isn't just philosophical speculation. Brain scans of people in flow states show decreased activity in the prefrontal cortex, the area associated with self-referential thinking. When the self-construction machinery quiets down, we often feel more alive, more present, more connected. Now you might be thinking, if the self is an illusion, does nothing matter? Am I just a biological robot? Not at all. Understanding the illusory nature of the self is actually incredibly liberating. First, it frees you from the tyranny of the ego. That voice in your head that's constantly judging, comparing, and protecting its image, you can start to see it for what it is. Just another mental process, not the core of who you are. Second, it opens up the possibility of genuine compassion. When you realize that everyone is struggling with the same fundamental illusion, the same sense of being trapped inside a separate self, judgment naturally softens into understanding. Third, it reduces suffering. Much of our psychological pain comes from defending and maintaining this illusory self. They disrespected me, I'm not good enough, I need to be special. When you see through the illusion, these thoughts lose their grip. This doesn't mean becoming passive or losing your personality. Your preferences, memories, and patterns of behavior don't disappear, but you stop being enslaved by them. You can observe them with curiosity rather than being completely identified with them. So how do you actually live with this understanding? Here are 3 practical approaches. Mindfulness practice. Regular meditation helps you observe the self-construction process in real time. You start to see thoughts and emotions as temporary visitors rather than permanent residents. Self-inquiry. Throughout the day, ask yourself, who is aware of this experience? This simple question can create space between you and your thoughts, revealing the awareness that's always present. Embracing impermanence. Remember that every version of yourself is temporary. The anxious you, the confident you, the confused you, they're all just passing weather patterns in the sky of consciousness. The goal isn't to eliminate the self entirely. That would be impossible and unnecessary. The goal is to hold it lightly, to see it as a useful fiction rather than ultimate reality. Understanding the illusion of self isn't just an intellectual exercise, it's a doorway to freedom. When you stop being a prisoner of your own self-concept, life becomes an adventure rather than a problem to be solved. This is just one piece of the puzzle when it comes to understanding consciousness, psychology, and what it means to be human. If you're hungry for more insights that challenge conventional thinking and offer practical wisdom for living, you'll find a treasure trove of content right here on this channel. If this exploration of consciousness has opened your mind to new possibilities, click on the video I'm displaying right now. It dives even deeper into how your mind creates your reality and the practical techniques that can transform your entire experience of being human. We explore everything from ancient wisdom traditions to cutting-edge neuroscience, always with the goal of helping you live more consciously and authentically. Because the truth is, the more you understand about how your mind works, the more freedom you have to shape your experience. So dive deeper, question everything. And remember, you're not just a passive observer of your life, you're its conscious creator. The illusion of self might be just that, an illusion, but the awareness recognizing that illusion, that's the most real thing there is.